Hi, it's About1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Legacy version on Xbox. Now, for a while now, whenever I've been pirating Soul, this commander's turned up and tried to attack me. Now, generally, he's been using the torpedo strategy, which hasn't been working for him. Now, it was nice that I actually had a fight 1v1 against his big ship in my Anaconda. Now, my Anaconda's not like full-on PvP Conda. It's got a fuel scoop, it's got a weight scanner. It's designed for hunting people down and being in a wing. So 1v1 against a vet, it's probably a bit too glass cannony and probably doesn't have enough shields or banks. But this was actually a really good fight between a vet that probably still needs some work and an Anaconda that's, you know, not quite full PvP build. Though certainly with the amount of damage I pump out with the frags, it's really good. Though I need to be a little more selective with my shots because sometimes you want to just save some ammo because, yeah, the one thing with this ship is it tends to run out of ammo eventually. And, yeah, I maybe spaffed a little bit early. I could have probably saved a few shots and done more damage with them because trying to see through all those missiles is actually quite difficult. Though the screening shell does actually destroy a lot of the missiles that are coming in, which is quite handy. But, yeah. This was a fun 1v1 against someone who, like I say, I wish he'd do this more often and fight properly rather than what he's been doing, which is the torpedo strat. You know, because when he doesn't actually have a full-on proper fight, it's a lot closer. The way it works with torpedoes is if he hits, we're going to wake out, and if he misses, he's going to wake out. Because there's no way he's winning the fight with lacking 2 large hard points, and there's no way. Well, to be fair, even when he's knocked someone's shields out, I've still gone back in and tried to kill him. So, you know, reboot and repair, you get 1% of your shields back, that's enough. You ain't gonna need more torpedoes after that. So, all in all, this was a fun, enjoyable 1v1, and it was nice to not have him just jump in a torpedo boat and then run away as soon as he's spaffed his torpedoes and they've done nothing. So, touch wood, maybe he's learning and maybe he's realised that, you know, after the torpedoes fail, having 2 less hard points isn't going to stand you in good stead. Because this fight did really make for...
That makes a refreshing change.
Yeah, it did make for a refreshing change to actually have a decent fight with this guy. Because normally he turns up in a man boat with 2 large missile racks, spaffs his torpedoes, and then spends the rest of the time running away or dying because his Mamba is quite weak, whereas at least his big ship holds up to a fight, and it's pretty decent. I still have no idea why he keeps attacking us. We tried to pirate him once in Soul, he sends us FO, and then just keeps coming back now and just attacking us over and over and over again. It's quite funny. Maybe he thinks we're killing feds down there and doesn't realise that we've actually got to deal with the Fed power play players, or the Hudson ones, that we pirate in Soul but we kill imps for them, we don't kill feds while we're down there. Maybe, I don't know, but he's definitely got a bee in his bonnet about Dark Marauders being in Soul, and when he does see us, tends to bob over and, like I say, try and attack us with torpedoes. But it was nice for once that he actually brought out his big ship, had a bit of a ding-dong fight, and yeah, it was a pretty fun fight, I gotta say. I did enjoy myself. If he tweaks the engineering on it, improves slightly, he should be able to beat my Anaconda quite comfortably, because like I said, it's not a full PvP build. It's got the weight scanner on there, it's got a huge fuel scoop on there. You know, it isn't designed to be a 1v1 PvP ship. You know, it's designed to be in a wing, help hunt people down. That's what it was built for when we go after those bounties that you get on Jabba's Palace and things like that. You know, something to persistent hunt people. The idea being you persistent hunt them until they run out of fuel. People in PvP ships never have the most amount of fuel. Yeah, but like, I'm definitely not the best with this thing. I've had some issues in the past fighting against medium ships because of the all frag nature of it, and I'll be honest, I was lucky in this one to be able to cancel so many banks, because he kept banking directly in front of me, which is quite helpful. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. It's good practice for me in the Anaconda, and yeah, I really do enjoy using the frags on this thing. It is just a beautiful amount of firepower that it delivers. So it's pretty good fun just watching those frags go out and people's shields just melt. As to myself, this, like I say, with the well, I could have more banks if I didn't have the huge fuel scoop on there. I could have more armor if I didn't have the huge fuel scoop on there. But all in all, this ship's designed to just persistent hunt people, system after system, you know, with its wing beacon, and it is quite fun to do once in a while. I don't particularly like hunting people system to system, but when there's a big bounty on someone's head on Jabba's palace, it can be worth doing, and it can be quite fun. We did it at Ash once where we hunted him for ages. Me and a couple of it was me, Panda, and Heron, Rob, and Frodo. We just happened to decide to hunt Ash once. We hunted him all the way back to Jameson Memorial and thought he'd got away, and then got ganked right by the station. Yeah, it's quite fun to chase after people. I don't like doing it too often. I only really do it when someone has a bounty on them, or for a bit of fun with someone like Ash, who knows me. But yeah, it's not like I'm hunting down and murdering new players or anything like this. I didn't even hunt this guy when he jumped system. Occasionally it is quite fun to just give people a scare and turn up in the system they're jumping to. I did that Devo once. It's quite funny. It's pretty mean. Like, you just escape the fight and high-waked out, and then the Anaconda you were fighting turns up behind you and chases your wake after wake. But yeah, sometimes it just feels mean, and I'm happy to have a cool 1v1 against the big ship in my Anaconda, and it was fun. I was originally going to bring my Corvette over and have a fight in that, but that would have taken 5 or 6 jumps from where I was parked in Bidmere to get to Seoul. So yeah, that was a no-go. So I ended up picking the Anaconda because it's just one jump for that, and yeah, it was a pretty decent ding-dong fight. I probably should have been a bit more selective with my shooting, because I really do run into ammo problems, as you can see towards the end of this fight. And yeah, I was glad that I had just enough about me to win the fight, even if I did have to resort to using my biggest hard point, the Rams. But yeah, at least he put up a fight this time, and it was in a ship that actually could fight. Because the problem is, when you put 2 torpedo racks on any ship, it makes it a pump, you know, a one pump trick pony. If it doesn't hit, it's not going to win, which is ultimately not really where you want to be. I mean, I've got a torpedo ship, and it is good fun. I've got one with 10 torpedoes, 1 pulse laser, and 1 missile rack. You know, it's a stealth torpedo ship to drop in on people in Haz-Reses, torpedo them, and then leave. You know, it's mean, it's horrible, it does do its job. They are very effective. The reverberating cascade torpedoes are great, and if you hit hull torpedoes, hull drops like hell, even if they are reverberating cascade ones. So, you know, I can understand why people use the torp strap, but it is sometimes better just to concentrate on making your ship stronger in the long run, rather than relying on such a not so effective weapons as the torpedoes are. I mean, torpedoes are very slow, they're cumbersome to use, they have a minimum arming distance, there's a lot of awkward factors with them, and added to that, if you fire them, people can just low wake up and then drop back down again when they've lost their way. And torpedoes aren't the fastest. I mean, 250 meters per second, it's not a guarantee you're going to get someone's shields. Some people are very good at using them, other people are less successful. But yeah, this was a fun fight, and it got, you know, I was pretty close to losing my shields. I had to resort to Rams towards the end because, yeah, I just basically ran out of frags. So I need to be a little bit more selective with my shooting, but this was a good fight. So GG's all around, and as I say, that's all. Thank you very much for watching, and GG to this Commander. Maybe one day he'll let me know why he keeps trying to kill me, but it is providing fun entertainment for me, and it's usually a good fight. Anyway, that's all. Thank you very much for watching.